Abagbagbe and to forcing some your member no more boss at to forcing. Listen to me, you claim to be the majority leader. So because it says that you are not majority leader, go back to your minority leader. Speaker of Parliament Abagbagbe, I am putting you on notice. Speaker, wherever you are, Abagbagbe, if you think that you have balls, come and sit on Tuesday and tell the whole people of Ghana and tell the people and tell the judiciary, the Chief Justice and the Supreme Court, that you are not going to comply with their direction. Listen to me. People like Sam George, you can Sam George Okujato. I've seen your stupid comment, your useless comment, and your young comment on social media. You can stand on a political platform and do propaganda, talk anyhow. Yes, you can talk anyhow, deceive your people. But I'm telling you before God and man, we are serious. The Supreme Court and judiciary mean business. They will not allow Parliament, that institution, I'll use the word that institution, that is no more honorable before God and man. The worst Parliament, the most useless Parliament, the incompetent Parliament, and the Parliament that does not have respect currently before the other Ghanaian is this current Parliament, the 8th current Parliament. 8th current Parliament, just say, one lower the standard. In fact, the caliber of people are here from one MPs, no. If you today call you, I will not call you honorable. You are look, the Parliament currently is full of dishonorable people. People who are so dishonorable say, Omo bioma noa, Omo Kenyan sasem, Omo bioma noa, atemidie, Omo bibia noa, nkwasiasem.
Abusianfo emamu nyina akwa abasronkon edeba RAZ Media enso. Abusia se de yenyina yenim no agwamba ben akofa asem kese ede aba Ghana maimu. Na ebi nsida, ebi ensida. Se sabio yakọ mpesu aso akoto aba ede yi mpesu anu so nipa se onko parliament na onkodi ya asema ya na se onko gina ya namu mayen e wo parliament na nipa dodo no omo mpesu anu so nyina agina ato aba ede ama sa mpesu anu so nyi so onko gina omo namu wo parliament na meanwhile nipa na daso wo parliament ho no waba abonten bebie na no aka se okay next time me pese me nsan ko gina emma me mamu fonto me so aba but me nko gina maye nto me so aba e wo party bidimu anasa amanyoko bidimu na mbom no me ko gina e wo mia nkasa bidimu asem enti agwaba be se dabi so waka sadia even though the wuka no about your future, about the next parliament asem na woka but since ya waka sa wie no me agwamba ben me nipa bia me de me twitwintwintwi titrinti me mfo bia ho me the third number 3 in the country it sanity dia abato na yato amawa yamu wakwanya se mfie nan begina a parliament emma ompesu asefo no mi twem me ma osa akwanya ne biem asem wei krobenso ena yebetumi aka amana yeye na ode ayensem bebre wo manum ama nipa bebre akasa afa ho na yenko ne nkonkotie yemia ba konso ayefe ne Lawrence Ampao lawyer Lawrence Ampao waba bonten eno nso abekire na adwen I explain how undemocratic the NDC and their caucus are. Yankole nkonkotie yeba sign atwaso akram chewadwen e comment section box
ekonyesi Supreme Court kasa na waka omutie me metre made enti ne Supreme Court beka no aye final efe so two momentie Ghana there were two important things and the highest in Ghana. One, supremacy. You can say bibi is supreme, bibi anywhere is supreme, maybe anywhere also check the constitution. In Ghana hano wɔfrɛ be the supremacy of the constitution, meaning near constitution ebeka no ɛyɛ final. So that Christopher can say at the mention of the name of Jesus Christ, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Jesus is Lord. Sana so Ghana hano at the mention of the name of the 1992 constitution, every knee, every institution, every power, every authority, every institution, every kingdom, every individual, every bibi again in your bow to the constitution. It was the supremacy of the constitution. Till their constitution can eso. If so sovereignty, you can say almost 2 million more same no. The people. In our constitution, sovereignty resides in the people. Eye nipa no Ghana for na tumi endia enti tumi ni ni parliament is not sovereign, and na ebesu ade parliament is not sovereign. Parliament enso che obia parliament enwo bia so nipa so pa ade so pa wo Ghana na constitution enemy wo the people. Power belongs to the people. Enti no se constitution kasa na waka and the constitution so ama the Supreme Court the power say one say ebano say ya enforce the right, enforcement of the right, fundamental right of the people. Supreme Court exclusive jurisdiction when it comes to enforcement of the constitution. Say yeah, enforce the constitution no yeah, my constitution here juma no Supreme Court. 2, interpretation say bibi wo constitution mu na sa de no e say ye chire mu na ye tiase no e Supreme Court pay. The Supreme Court has the power to enforce the constitution and the power to interpret the constitution. Until no mesre sa Supreme Court no atna case your friend no Afenyo Markins versus the Speaker of Parliament and Attorney General, and by his ruling no muntie the Supreme Court kaye the ruling of the Supreme Court muntie what the ruling of the Supreme Court muntie miyoma cheche machemo. The plaintiff applicant has presented this present ex parte application for stay of execution of a ruling of the Speaker of Parliament declaring vacant the seats of 4 MPs and ordering the current members of Parliament to vacate their seats in Parliament on account of this declaration. We have read the supporting affidavit and attached exhibits as well as the reliefs and those of the writ of summons filed on the 15th day of October 2024, which provides the basis of the current application. We note from the exhibit B the official report on the parliamentary debates on Thursday 17th day of October 2024, pages 15, 16 and 17, that the Speaker of Parliament was aware. The Speaker of Parliament, Abang Babi, was aware that the beliefs of the Supreme Court has served the current action on him through the legal office of Parliament. His objection to the proper service of a process from the Supreme Court was that it had not been done on a Monday. We appreciate the urgency and special circumstances presented to support the filing of this application. The urgency and the special circumstances lie in the effect of the impeached ruling, which include: 1. Depriving the 4 constituencies that set MPs present, namely the Honorable Andrews Esiama, Honorable Cynthia Morrison, Honorable Kojo Asante, and Peter Yao Kwachi Aka. The said 4 constituencies in Ashanti, Eastern, Western, and Central regions have been deprived of their basic democratic and constitutional rights of representation in Parliament until the next Parliament by the said ruling. Applicant urged, and we appreciate the said ruling, will also likely to alleged towards government business in the Parliament and plunge the due management of the affairs of the country into possible disruption. Therefore, the subject of this suit raises real question of constitutional interpretation and application of the most fundamental democratic rights of Ghanaians, being the right to be represented in Parliament through their representatives. If this impeached order, a ruling, is allowed to stand, it will render the grave critical issues raised, and therefore we make the following orders. Therefore, the Supreme Court of Ghana, when they speak, when their orders are made, is final. A yeah and amen. And by the constitution, order so is enforceable by law. It is enforceable. Supreme Court Kasa, the executive must implement their orders, must enforce it. And enforcement of orders, it comes in various forms. It comes in various forms. We will enforce the orders, and these orders has been made. Producer, so I'll be to me the orders of the Supreme Court. The person to rescue Mamma. The orders, number 1, order the execution of the ruling of the right Honorable Speaker of Parliament Abangbami, dated 17th day of October 2024, delivered on the floor of Parliament, declaring vacant the seats of the following members of Parliament: Nomet J.I.-1 2005, filed on 15th October, titled Alexander Markins as Speaker of Parliament and Attorney General. The Parliament of Ghana is hereby. Meaning, the Parliament of Ghana, Musha orders, the orders of the orders, slow. Now, slow, kakra. Yo, no, manuko kakra. Now, mami read the orders, on the balance of the law and the exhibit and fact placed before us, we are satisfied that the duly elected representatives in question were not heard on the extremely critical issues raised, and therefore we make the following orders. 1. The execution of the ruling of the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin, dated 17th October 2024, delivered on the floor of Parliament, declaring vacant the seat of the following members of Parliament and the ABCD. This, please, man, call. Title to record the Parliament. Number 2, the Parliament of Ghana is hereby directed to recognize and allow the 4 affected members of parliament hearing name to be duly represent their constituents and conduct the full scale of duties of their offices as members of parliament pending the determination of disputes. In view of the gravity of the issue raised in this instant suit and the urgency of this matter, this court hereby direct that, pursuant to Article 1294 of the 1992 Constitution and Rule 5 of CI 16, the defendant, Speaker of Parliament, and Attorney General are to file their statement of case within 7 days of this service. The parties are therefore ordered to file their memorial of issues within 7 days of filing of these suits in due of hearing, and these are the justices. Now, come back to the studio. Now, therefore, Supreme Court akasa. No, omukasa no, omutumi ni jina. Number 1, say Ghana Constitution say ebano say ye enforce Constitution, ye ma Constitution ye juma. Na ye nchichiremu ewo Constitution mu no a omo no obi eni ho a sa atumi ne de ama no. Etino the Supreme Court to me what they interpret the Constitution no eye ne dia. Parliament eni to me. Parliament to me e de ama ne say onye mra. Na to me ye de church mra no mu ye de ato Parliament the judiciary. And the Constitution there, Parliament card and your Parliament na Constitution and your parliamentary and your act of Parliament. And ye G2 money Constitution through referendum and the idea to money adopt to as a people. And when it comes to say ye change the Constitution the mono Supreme Court and our Bible church Constitution Article 97 now Abagbe afa to no so a church mo no before Supreme Court bebe church mo Abagbe afa mra na the same a church mo which in law enye ni area no only constitutional right say obe interpret the Constitution. Supreme Court say asema afem na gede brain or bro mo no the serious issue of constitutional interpretation, which means that I say ye chile mu eti Abagbe trase na nakasa trase na ojit at 2 million constitutional Supreme Court alone say on church the Constitution mu no Abagbe at 2 million na wa church mu say no no na ntia hye na akotu laws and then de Supreme Court says that Sadi no ye no wa formula wa acting unconstitutionally because assembly woman in fact they be cited for contempt. Agbagobi should have been cited for contempt for undermining the authority of the court and prejudging the matter because assembly Supreme Court enim na why you aware say assembly with enim you don't avoid, you don't cross over ton chene fa patapa what say young dear spirit I don't care about case now was Supreme Court no now what trust no di Supreme Court e bu sa order no I want declare a bimu say seat there vacant 4 people no and the person no based on that no the status quo must remain and the Supreme Court a direct Parliament say hey Parliament make sure say yen no mo nipa 9 no almost sitting near vacant almost quite some member Parliament abe representing almost constituency and therefore no that order no Parliament led by the Speaker they have nothing they can do about it. Currently no they must comply with that order and rather within 7 days no so almost say they have a stronger case almost court no make say the entire offender say convince Supreme Court say interpretation of that provision no that give the Speaker the similar thing say or to me to declare that seat vacant no they should come and contest that issue with together with the Attorney General and the applicants. It's simple. In a democratic country a yebu rule of law na enye say rule of law no ye pe asumdwe no Supreme Court kasa ontiasia there are two things you do ugo now I stay in the orders no now I ask for judicial review and judicial review no say court no say asem no biom but enye nia atu force aye enyumre atu force enyumre nia wa ye ne na hold the press conference atu force ya hold the press conference na wakasa na in some atu force ikeni nia no clearly say omuade na me blame atu force the same judiciary amu attack NDC for attack President Mama attack any NDC apparatus led by Professor Jampo any the NDC as a party no this same judiciary no and ama ato forcing wo bo man ka cause for selection law to the state yaba convict you now the same judiciary as through the court of appeal I set you free today you call NDC people can call the judiciary say omu ye tyranny ya hijack judiciary no political judiciary the same political judiciary no I set you at two forcing free now bro set you free the oh judiciary no I prepare and the mama munia and the praises oh rule of law justice is talking and the chief justice no and the angel and the judiciary and the angel when you won your case at the court of appeal justice was working rule of law was working but when the same judiciary rule against you omu ye evil chief justice the who am here but let me tell you before God a man abegbe and ato forcing say mu ye member no more boss ato forcing listen to me you claim to be the majority leader Supreme Court says that you are not majority leader go back to your minority leader Speaker of Parliament abegbe I am putting you on notice Speaker, wherever you are, Abang if you think that you have balls, come and sit on Tuesday and tell the whole people of Ghana and tell the people and tell the judiciary, the Chief Justice and the Supreme Court that you are not going to comply with their direction. Listen to me. People like Sam George, you can Sam George Okujato. I've seen your stupid comment, your useless comment, and your young comment on social media. You can stand on a political platform and do propaganda, talk anyhow. Yes, you can talk anyhow, deceive your people. But I'm telling you before God and man, we are serious. The Supreme Court and judiciary mean business. They will not allow Parliament, that institution, I'll use the word that institution, that is no more honorable before God and man. The worst Parliament, the most useless Parliament, the incompetent Parliament, and the Parliament that does not have respect currently before the other Ghanaian is this current Parliament, the eighth current Parliament. Eighth current Parliament, no. Aye, they say, more lower the standard. In fact, the caliber of people are here from one MPs, no. If you didn't call, I will not call you honorable. You are look, the Parliament currently is full of dishonorable people. People who are so dishonorable say, Omu bioma noa, Omu Kenya nsasem, Omu bioma noa, atemidie, Omu bioma noa, nkwashiasem, Laba Okujato Abrakwa, and Sam George. And some of the people who find themselves in Parliament, no, Jesus Christ. The Parliament currently, as we stand, no, presided by when I said an incompetent Speaker of Parliament. Speaker of Parliament, only the only say, Yamono medically, na sika on first kind of sika kosa no yare. No na hemu on nantia no nanti say so. I'm about let me tell you before God the man. Let me tell you before God the man. If you have balls, if you think that you are the Speaker of Parliament, if you think that you are sovereign, if you think that you can disrespect the institution that carries the final judicial power, try it. Come Tuesday, and you'll be hauled before Parliament and before court. Listen to me. So Supreme Court make an order, and the order is served on you. Who your president? Now who refuse to comply? It will lead to your impeachment. Yet to be you will feel as president. How much must Parliament? President the Parliament, you know to me. In the first place, Abagbabi, only President Nado. He didn't elected no. Nanado was elected by the people. He's an elected president. Who never elected? Few people let share, you know. 275 people, no. Even not all of them voted for you. So when it comes to the order of priority in terms of who is who in Ghana, President Ronaldo is the number one gentleman. Onupo is subject to the orders of the Supreme Court per our constitution. If the president refused to comply with the orders of the Supreme Court, you impeach him. How much more you are Bagbe? Why you into the only NDC for no Muniagro. You see, but me, I know you will not even tempt because we will drag you for contempt of court if you dare, and the military and the police will be there. Come Tuesday, they will be there when the order is served on you, and then you don't allow the status quo. They will discipline you. Your marshals will come back maybe that night. Your marshals will obey the orders of the court. There's Parliament. You sit there. Parliament, and I mean this Parliament. Because a Parliament is full of people or mere politicians, or representing your constituency. But they are moved by their political. They are motivated politically. Your political beings, your animals. Parliamentarians like politicians. You have dishonorable people among you. More kronfo, more mafias, more people, more niagro, to trust them, more kronfo, more. We are all in this country where this 8th parliament. This 8th parliament, more to be the one temp. This 8th parliament, more to be accusing each other for corruption. This 8th parliament, more to be dishonorable thing. Makasa institution, you don't even respect that institution, and there are people in that institution that we don't even. It's unfortunately say they represent people. Even Sam George, Sam George say, when you mean pass, I show Sam George, ni deep beyond the educational background. The body language and the way he thinks. No, Sam George, no. No. There are some people, some of you over there. In fact, say some constituencies for they don't have any options. Some of you there don't deserve to be there. And who dare you think you are? Members of Parliament, who dare? Like today I'm addressing you. Now who dare you come and cite me for contempt? You people don't respect in this country. You don't want to respect the judiciary. You insult the Chief Justice. You malign the woman. You expose her to public ridicule and hatred. What wrong has that woman done to you? In the first place, all the members of Parliament over there, see justice, no? Are you? No qualification yet saying. Members of Parliament, how many? You people, some of them, what is your qualification? There. 2, it's so cheap an institution say, and the people even who are illiterate can go and stand and now about to stand up MPs, the cheapest thing you can do. Illiterate, you need a maimuna of when they say, I must say, Uncle School that Chakosela, MP. MP. Even presidency cry your friend say Ecuador nko. How they say Ecuador today want to be president. The parliament is the cheapest place to be. Who person your parliament and say on to brofo and say what age qualified by age and then come to my parliament. But to be a judge, to be a member of the bench, one, and so you're a qualified lawyer. And do you know what it takes to become a lawyer? Do you know how people are running to become lawyers? You need to so many years. Even going to the law school, how people struggle, what they pay, what they go through, where as lawyers. You learn and learn and learn and learn, fail, learn. People are dying, selling their properties to become lawyers. Common lawyers. They want to become lawyers. Before then, you go to the bench. And to go to the to be a judge, you must be a person who have qualified as a lawyer, practice for some number of years, and then you have moral character, proving integrity. Jesus Christ, the level of intelligence. That is the only profession that you find in the profession. Tell me, in the whole world, which profession is called a profession? And judges are not replaceable. Cheaper. Say, and then judiciary in the can say, do you think you can replace them? Politicians today, politicians, you pay money to be elected. No judge pays money to be appointed. Judges are not elected though. We don't elect them. They go to the bench on merit. They are above honorable people. They are not called honorable. They are called my lord. Your worship, your honor. That's how they call them. Your honor, your worship, my lord. They are lord. They are saying me. Now, more members of parliament here. The Inra Kramu to be represented. Inra, what I say, village be Kwana represented. Look, 4 years, Mojuma baby here. Okobi dia demo, corruption, you can't corruption, chrono bonny, bribe members of parliament. That's what you do. So, you see a friend honorable, and you do dishonorable things. How can members of parliament come out publicly to disrespect another institution? Has the judiciary respected you? The spoken law. Supreme Court says that one, Amemagbe has no power to interpret the Constitution. And currently, the interpretation, the issue of interpretation is before them. And per the Constitution, they have the exclusive right to interpretation. So if you are interpreting it that, Amemagbe, you don't have that right. And normally, when you don't have that right, it means that you don't have jurisdiction. And when you don't have jurisdiction, whatever others come out of it is null and void. So, constitution in mouth to me say, chere, constitution in moi. Alabagwe, a man said to be quite a constitution. Two, all my ruling, no. One ma MPs no hearing. One copy of mo. One more defend. Now 4 MPs out of don't know how many secure must say. And what they have gone through before they became MPs. Now all of a sudden, but try to be a few Musema. Mama mania, Mama so my lawyer, no much here. You just who should I say you are copying your predecessor. Your predecessor did not do what you did, Abemagbe. Your predecessor gave the people former MP no. Some former MP no, man hearing. What do I say? Who see you are following the president? Now president now follow no. You didn't follow the president in toto. You in following the president, you violated their right. And Obia with the right to fair hearing. Listen to me. One of the things I go to jurisdiction, one, say we are now to me say ABB. And number 2, say oh yeah adia umobi unti obi asem. Say be krapo no. Nyame kopo boss na sase no. Adam. Okaja Adam say mondi say sa eduane no kra no. Oh nyame Bible say nyame ye all owning. so who said Adam did no but all by was or dicken boy than temu or to so tell them say Adam we naso wedia naso meaning so go beto aka say oh Adam me when nyame me hu chiri enti no wedi no nyame ma Adam hearing o tie no enti na himfie ye tie obi asem asa de bunkufo na wa ban ba be dia wo de sorry ya no nipa fo no wo man tie wo asem wo ma kwan awo man enchechire mu wo sorry na wo say vacant ta na vacant nyama na instead of NDC for ebesua de na mo hu say ya camera Supreme Court a camera o ti say mra no ene court na contest Supreme Court. Can't you have lawyers to go and tell the Supreme Court that you are wrong in law? That's the way to go. But to scam on air now campaign say na social media and we don't understand. You see, there are some lawyers be one person address mu numre. The person address mu numre lawyers. Obi say Kwame Akufu. Lawyer Kwame Akufu. Lawyer Kwame Akufu. Who name is senior? You know me, I know you. Kwame Akufu, listen to me. A company boy. Who represents number one? What did I say? We went to the we went to the law school 1992. So we are my classmates at the Legon 1992. Circumstances Emma maybe defer me course for 3 years. No we try me home. So currently we are 26 years at the bar. Law Akufu. But I want to say now 2 no ya door. You come and write stupid legal opinion. You came and wrote stupid legal opinion on the Supreme Court ruling. Who dare you say Supreme Court no don't have judicial identity? And then they say we can only stay judgment of the court and then orders of the court. And he said no I bring ruling on my judgment. Don't you know that he decided? What kind of judgment that decided? There was an issue before him, and he exercised quasi judicial power. He exercised quasi judicial power. Kwame Akufu learn. Na law na yebro fo ne court kese she. Umwadie to come and tell the Supreme Court say and then the Supreme Court was wrong. What was wrong? And then when I read the piece, my heart bleeds. Do you know law more than the justices who sat on the case? Are you Justice Kwame Asiedu? When I say Justice Tokonu? When I say Supreme Court Justice Daku? Those who sat on the case are eminent jurists. Eminent jurists. Who dare you come and write nonsense? Kwame Akufu, that kind of nonsense. Like, so look, let me address you, Akufu. Uno biao, minya kitano, law no so, and then unim law change we call this no. Say, this is only judgment and orders of a court that can be said. State. If you say when the Supreme Court judges sit, they are clothed with all jurisdiction. They are clothed with jurisdiction. You don't question the authority. If we are in this country, when 2012 to 2013, there was a contempt case. I came before the Supreme Court, chaired by Justice Atukuba. When they drag our colleagues, what did I say, to the Supreme Court, Atacha, being a lawyer, was questioning the authorities. Supreme Court to produce awards, no, they should have cited the people for contempt, no, by providing a charge sheet. And after charge sheet, no, the Supreme Court led by Agban Bagbi, led by Justice Atukuba, and Atukuba Okasebi Mamono. Justice Atukuba, where are you? The Speaker told us that the Supreme Court, even the seats, they are close with every authority to do substantial justice. In the Supreme Court, they don't look at the form of application. If there is an application before the Supreme Court, regardless of the form. Kwame Akufu. But let me tell you what, dear. One point. You say that the matter is state of execution. So what? The Supreme Court don't look at the form of the application. They look at the substance. What was the substance before the court? The substance is that there is an pending case, sir. A question Agbangbagbi the right to interpret the Constitution, which he has ignored that right and he has gone ahead. That's the substance. The second substance is that 4 MPs who were not given a hearing. That's the substance. By which the Supreme Court, they said, were close to jurisdiction to act. Look, the moment somebody go against the Constitution, we don't care the kind of application. You can even go there orally and make application. So no matter the rules they came, we call something inherent jurisdiction. They came by inherent jurisdiction and asked for a stay. And the Supreme Court is closed to do substantial justice. Come on, Kufu, learn. So I think now you just want to be heard. Then let me come to Pebu. Pebu dear. Excuse me to say, baby, nipa no chair Pebu law no higher papa. Like Pebu, no chair law no higher papa. That guy is empty, full of himself. Omushe na you Pebu MT TV3. I committee the MP for Tafo, and they are sharing their legal opinion. Do you know Pebu argument is that MP should shut up because Ochena Dewo Ghana Law School. So the MP has no right to challenge him. It's like I say, oh no, Pebu no, oh no, share the law. My Jesus Christ. Is that how we argue? Into which no be idea. Lawyer, judges we will not appear before them. Because we have a lot of the judges who were called to the bar before they were called to the bar. And I mean, law didn't talk about seniority. We don't eat seniority at the court. Now, if that is so, then me lawyer power. When I was a lawyer, you were in JSS2. When lawyer power was lawyer power, me lawyer power. When I was lawyer near, and the kind of things that I've done, sometimes nobody knows you. 2012, 2013, lawyer power was sitting at TV3 doing legal analysis of the election petition. Where were Pebu? You were nowhere to be found. What have you achieved in life, Pebu? Legally, what have you achieved? When your chamber raises issues, now called Supreme Court, now who the corner arguer, does it mean makes you say students Pebu chairman demuniano because we are talking about me my time. The lecturers who taught me and the lecturers who taught Pebu and you Pebu teaches other students, so they need to go and revise. We are talking about Mesa Bonsu, Anita Mesa Bonsu taught me criminal law. It's now the Supreme Court judge. We are talking about Professor Kote, who is a Supreme Court and retired, taught me land law. We are talking about lawyer Uzi, it's law of interpretation. You are talking about eminent lawyers like Kwame Tete, who taught me civil procedure. We are talking about eminent lawyers, big men like Justice Justice Gambia, and then became the DDPP. I forgot his name. Or tell me, law of evidence. Jekidaku. Then we are talking about Justice Afre, company law. Taught me company law, and I was the best student of company law. Collected Apollo Prize. Justice Afre, who became a Supreme Court judge. I say, eminent people taught us. We are talking about some Obujato, and then you see, so who be down now who law kwasasem ukoshe kwasasema amoka, and then you have people, some of the lawyers and the Supreme Court. Listen to me. Keep your opinion. Keep your opinions. They are not binding. They are useless as everybody's opinion. Me, my legal opinion is useless. Me, my legal opinion is useless because it's not binding. Me, what I'm doing, I'm just educating. I'm not sharing opinion. I am saying, say, there is an order from the court, whether it's right or not, ought to be obeyed. There is a precedent to that effect. You understand what laws means. And Supreme Court has spoken. It is only Supreme Court that can correct its mistakes. That's why they are not bound by their decision. It will law abiding. When a decision comes from the Supreme Court, please don't come out and talk nonsense. When you don't understand the legal implications of what you are doing. So those lawyers and community people who are writing nonsense on social media, you can do your nonsense. They are not binding on anybody. The judges have spoken. There's an order directed at Parliament that please, your order that you make to vacate a vacation order is set aside for the meantime. Allow the MPs to come to Parliament. Muye member, to forcing. Muye bad man now your boss. Those 4 MPs, when they are coming to Parliament, sack them. Now, most patapa piotono, and the man be raw. Police 4. MPs mu Jimmy a munshe dan show man kasa. Munshe da munfa ken mun come Parliament. I'm telling you, police go there with the mindset to use no force. Because I know people like Sam George, as they almost pay as what say ushina suma say they ayawa so no say onomote o say almost gbese the gbese spirit will come onto them. So the police go equipped, and when they are misbehaving, deal with them. And then at to forcing you are subject for imprisonment. I could do again sika and the jackpot could do again sika. Now the same judiciary are consider what you are here instead of humble yourself, you come and you want to disrespect the Supreme Court for what? Disrespecting the Supreme Court for what? At to forcing, if you're a man and you know that you're a man, come and tell us, say, come Tuesday, you and your leaders will never allow the 4 MPs, and also you insist, and then see what is going to happen. Move for body ni die, Emma the body ni die say. Now me, I'm surprised say we are going in election year. Instead of NDC campaigning to win more seats, this stupid controversy and kwasia when I say press conference and yes be anymore less than 2 months to elections. Instead of going out there and supporting Mama Capino, you are fighting the judiciary. And who tell you who can win against the judiciary? Hey, the constitution have clothed them with judicial authority. They are the only institution now. They have the power to decide and enforce. When a judge says that arrest, Jesus Christ, the police will arrest. When a judge says that go and arrest, and then there is no institution in Ghana here who have the power to jail. The executive that cannot jail, Parliament cannot win jail. Parliament, you don't have the power to jail. I'm a Parliament. You can cite people for to say parliamentary private committee. Me say member, but me did my temper say member because we don't you now useless parliament. Parliament has become so used that taxpayers we are wasting our time. This institution should be able to be proper. We should just put them somewhere. We are tired with them. I think Parliament as an institution, I think you are causing more harm to the democratic representative. Yes, so baby. Let's govern this country without Parliament. We will govern the country without Parliament. After 2 months, some work out. The two of you you work out. Ghana will go ahead. And that is exactly what I'm telling you. And second part is very, very interesting. I have a lawyer here. He's going to do justice. We have so many things to talk about. There are so many issues down there I want to deal with. And I'm dealing with the order and and the judgment of Supreme Court. And Abagbagbe, who was boss, any we find the same forcing the MPs try and do, they do, and you see say patapapio tono. Yeah, the brother will know parliament. Parliament can be close to down because Mukrano, you have caused more pain than good. I don't know what people are doing there. Taxpayers more said and wasting your time. When we are talking about issues of development, you are talking about and a majority stupid majority and minority. What trans is a trans minority? 2 months now be a majority. And I'm say when say people somebody like President Obama so any day and a majority. Work hard. If you want to become majority, go out there and convince the people to vote for you and win your seats. Win parliamentary seats and become majority. Don't come and become majority through a parliamentary coup. I remember with Transi, I can't 2 months or parliamentary coup. I advocated some people. Who you are advocating? You are the first person they should vacate because your performance is so abysmal. You are very incompetent. You can't well competent. You are very incompetent. Everything you have created chaos in parliament. One parliament, the parliament is more confused. Parliament has during your reign. Parliament has been exposed to public ridicule and contempt, and you want to create chaos. We will not allow you to create chaos. Ghana is bigger than anybody, and I tell you before God and man, Ghanaians will resist people who want to destroy our democracy. We will make sure that rule of law prevail. We will make sure that the right things are done. Institutions ought to be respected, and that is exactly what we will do. Producer, Mamenyom. Odi ase Mamenyom. Na say me hit no. Second part in there. Ebeche first part no. Ti Mamenyom na me twa mo aba. Producer, me say Mamenyom na me twa mo aba.
We eti wo hwa se babin beka aye wo declare go say Messi Mahama o win ne e win achira o man e machira o mabio. We are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back. Ote, we are not going back. Actually, Akufo-Addo is very skillful. He's a very skillful president. Akufo-Addo, Ghana, Oma no mu pefa ahudie no. Ne nanamo ne papa mo ene no mu wo mu. Sa big six no. What I say? Emu dodo say. Emu nine. Ene nebusuafo. Ye nebusuafo. What I say? Eti afano te said there kronfo anoche ana say said there just say yase obi say Samuel wo ubedi sofo enti ubeko ali fie what I say ne ma ani ade nyina wo but wo ne ade be ma Akufo-Addo eti amamuo ani ade ye nyina no uti o say anka ne na Akufo-Addo ba no na obi anim say Akufo-Addo de oba na obachichi obi uti yes but Akufo-Addo oba ye no Akufo-Addo be ye Rollins papa 29 what I say so Rollins voted for Akufo-Addo no correct me say sabaya ke kwakotui Rollins he will vote for Akufo-Addo so what you say and this belongs to who? Rollins. It belongs to Rollins and then Giremo and then Rollins Onyai the American ya gonna say Mahama to was you and the Panakura what did the party buy is say one way so no be say Rollins be wa hey JJ do something before you die JJ, do something before you die. I didn't run in Sanye. Yamama buku to J. It was something mamu and the Ghana has say. You see, because I said, Ubia Kokonya 50 CDs. Pon duonum meboa. Pon duonum tino. 10 near Buntu. And over him for. And they nin kaswafe de abra den kosikon. And then kosikon. And to we are akakose babiachi. Aya to any aje. Otie, we no shame say unto me. Minko na minko shia minko fo na minko ye campaign more. Me extra me say minko ye campaign more. Na unto me so there me boy PP number 6 wo ye year. Me understand politics, I eat politics, I sleep with politics, I drink politics, I wear politics, and I do politics. And I win politics. Me win it so. Mama, we will retire you from politics. We will retire you from politics. Ayi, a friend say, Wama Koya, oh yeah, Wama 2016, Mulusuye, Wama reporter, no, somebody report.
Former director of Ghana Law School. And then in the school, no Mount Crete. Sorry. Oh dear, I think say for the presidency is too much. Also, sorry. You speak anyhow. You come and talk about that. The Supreme Court orders is not enforceable. Please, before God and man, learn to respect the judiciary and stop playing to the public diary. And then it's sorry. Would you me fero? Boy, Latini, me fero. Olonka, bodam. What do I say? Entino say kasa ye. Me say Supreme Court kasa. Magana nyeye di. Supreme Court kasa. Obia kasa bia ye kwasasem. That's the thing. When the Supreme Court speaks, it's final. They alone can review their decision and they can decide, say, even their president, they will not follow. No institution. To be slow. So I refer to a former MP, president, wait, it is about boom. Because a former MP, no, on judge. Or your speaker, the decision is not binding on the judiciary. Your former MP, his decision is wrong, and if his decision has not been tested in the court of law, how do you use it as a president? A former Speaker of Parliament interpreted the law the way he wants, and then you, when his interpretation is a solid matter in the Supreme Court, you follow that. You follow former speaker. How? There is the only issue binding on all. Is the Supreme Court. Supreme Court decision. You know, everybody. It's like the Constitution. Constitution is kasa. Ghana yeti, China Supreme Court kasa. Everybody in this country, the president kotos, the Speaker of Parliament kotos, the chiefs kotos. How dare you? If you touch the judiciary, you touch Ram or Sampa. Because someone did you. And net say see na court essaya. Okomedi mi o. The more lawyers now, what do you want from no? Lawyers are what you want from no. Mona say when we are trying to respect the judiciary, you disrespect the judiciary. I come up with stupid opinions and yes, be anymore. Stupid opinions and there's no yes, be anymore. You want to give the judiciary pressure, give the judges pressure. And then look, listen to me. The politicians in this country, led by parliament, you are not powerful than anybody. The politicians in this country, Moshe Parliament, no, you are not better than anybody in this country. Ghana does not belong to you. Sovereignty relies in us. Dare you? You are our servants. We sent you there. We dare you. Don't go and mess our country up for us. The people decides, not parliament. Listen to me, and listen to me clearly. The people, sovereignty, under Article 1 of our Constitution resides in the people. And people's representative, you know, yes, mama, munko can yes asem. Yes, someone say munko disobey and dishonor and insult the judiciary. And you see, the funny thing is that NDC thinks that they can win power through running down of the institution. The judiciary. Look, government. And then Musha there, you can say government, and your mama. Granted, say mama winning, I mean pengu emba. Mama winning. Oba former executive. Then when you're in the parliament, but the judiciary is always there. You cannot come and create MPP judiciary. You can't create NDC judiciary. It is a now. If you are referring to the judiciary here, how many politicians? Nobody have voted them in power. They went to the bench on merit. They deserve our respect. They need to be protected. And listen to me, the security agencies be on alert and police the judiciary from today because I've been born up and team led by President Mamamo. They are desperate for power. They want to do anything to create mayhem. Now listen to me. You can't win power through bullying. Say obe bulobi. And now that's some judge now, and you resist. And some jefi there. Somebody there. Who pena baby cry me. On the court on Kobida. Some jefi sister obe lawyer. Court room on Kobida. But because of the V8 mu, e be mama to V8 mama no. Into transfer na na tiano. No okọ say no okọ say okọ no kan kwasi asem. Some jefi to be kan kwasi asem and the judiciary and then no acho and people's revolt and people's power. People's power. But see, but I blame the judges because munya to force no na say ka mo manoko. And that to force I press conference. Jesus Christ, criminal activity like you, who are with DSika? That case is still pending. Do you think you are free at forcing to come and address us? Somebody who, of course, you have caused financial loss to the state, and we want to use technicalities to free you. When we all know that you've gone to do pre-bargaining. Now, the Supreme Court, Court of Appeal judges City Hall, they didn't look at the substance; they look at the technicalities. And they are trying to set you free. Today you have the audacity to come and tell us that you don't obey the judiciary. Who dare you to forcing? Who dare you? Who do you represent in this country? Stupidity. These are the characters we don't even to call the honorable. And you touch the judiciary. When judges have stayed out of politics, they work so hard. Today, our judges, look, the legal judges don't have social life. They don't even work. They don't own businesses. The pressure on the judiciary and their salaries even is not enough. They are faced with a lot of pressure. Come and see the judiciary. The kind of BP, stroke, high blood pressure, sugar. The judges are under pressure. Last year, Ghana by a conference. They said, almost salary crap, our losses in there's insecurity, court no, it's all property security. They have issues. Meanwhile, you MPs, you have been paid the ex gratia. Na mu diska kese lobby na mu bribe egum na government contract, you are chopping government contract na mu di was cinema MPC for your memu nia no na judiciary or TDB public servants. You want to come and put pressure on them? Stupidity. To hell with your parliament and the honorable titles. If you don't want to respect the judiciary, some of us will not respect you. And listen to me. Let me tell you, before God and man, Ghana does not belong to anything. You see, you can't win power through Takashi. When you talk of Takashi, obey him Takashi. Agroni form. Go and campaign. More campaign less than 2 months to elections. Now more majority and minority. Majority and minority issue, no, does it bring food on our table? Go and provide solutions to our problems. Yeah, how does your money will do so. Come out with policies and programs and convince the ordinary Ghanaian why you have to govern the country. I don't use mafianism and disrespect and chaos. You are more personal power. So you win power. Are you come to sack all the judges in this country? Or what are you come to do? We are not serious. Ghanaians, NPP, NDC is not serious as a party. And me, I'm charged, but I believe, say, I have to come down. And I have in my midst, I invited special person because this lawyer is a lawyer. My encounter who say, oh, passion to do justice for the poor. Lawyer Isaac, what we say, oh, Dobby, we say, ne always doing cases for the poor and the needy. And I need, these are the characters I need around me, because the echoes of Ghana, no, you need a lot of human rights activists to understand the law, to fight for the poor and the needy. You know, I do the woman. It's the lawyer, and lawyer, people say, lawyer, and then everybody will be doing the say, ban to be moderna, to my home, and you so. What do I say? Until wait a minute.
Now, for dear Ewo Horono, so Utie and Sema Lawless Ampao, our lawyer. Utie Sema or can ye, and in a dream chira or the bar ye ya. Ujana won't say, dear, and our Jennifer, or no, it makes sense, or he is not making sense. Chewadrin, our comment section box. Can say ha. RAZ Media GH. Obe to me a subscribe. Kama. No be kan abusuankuo kase no. Makramo.